Hey, what's happening, YouTube? How's everybody doing? I took a small, tiny little break. When I say small and tiny, I mean like a day or so. And that's because I had caught myself getting so caught up in real life, doing nothing really, but just living and getting the kids to and from school and things like that, that it just really made me really, really busy. Like to forget about getting on the internet, to forget about coming to YouTube, forget about even logging onto my phone and text messaging people that I normally text message, or even taking a phone call. So I just want to talk about some things, and it's going to be a variety of things. I might jump to and from subjects. Quiet, please. I got my son in the bathroom with me, and yes, I'm recording in the bathroom because the kids argue too much, and in between them fussing and fighting over small things and him making chain sounds or car sounds, I just can't do it. So, but I just brought him in here anyway with me because he's like really, mean and aggressive, and he doesn't really want to be around the other kids at the moment. But anyway, that's beside the point. So today was the day of my doctor's appointment to follow up with the cardiologist for results of my echocardiogram. I get to my doctor's appointment. Not only do I get there extremely early, but I got there on time. I got there at about, I'm going to say about 10:45. And I know that I was not going to be seen early. I wasn't even expecting to. And if I would have been lucky, so be it. I would have been happy. But when I got there, it was already packed. Quiet. It was like really, really behind in there. So I get there and we're waiting. And then finally they call my name. And I go and the lady's like, oh, well, we don't have any rooms available. You're just back here to get your vitals checked, and they got to go right back in. I said, oh, no problem. As soon as I step to the back to get ready to go in, there's like 7 patients waiting to be checked out. And not to mention, there's this little old room that they got people waiting in. There's like 10 patients in there, and all of their rooms are full. So what did that tell you? That this is going to be more than a 30-minute appointment. It was going to be more than an hour. It's going to be more than an hour and a half. It's going to be more than 2 hours. So I said, okay, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. He's the cardiologist. I'm going to get the results. So he's not going to be long. I need for you to be quiet, my dear, okay? Quiet down. So I thought that I wasn't going to be there long. Finally, I waited. After getting called back at about 11, I'm going to say about 11:15. Not even 11:15. Yeah, about 11:15. I waited. And before I knew it, I looked at my clock and it was almost 12 o'clock. And I went up to the clerk and I said, well, what's going on? Why is it taking so long? My appointment's for 11:30. And she looked and she's like, what's your name? Gave her my name, whatever. And then she's like, because usually I always ask how many patients are ahead of me and how many are in the room. So she's like, there's 2 in the room and he's already in with 1, and there's 1, 2, 3. When she began to count, I was like, please tell me that they're behind me or something. And she gets to like 7 patients ahead of you. I said, are you kidding me? I said, so what fairness is it in you scheduling me for 11:30 and me not being seen at my time that I'm supposed to be seen? Well, he came in late. I said, okay, so tell me what fair is it that he can come in late and expect for us to wait? But if we arrive here late, you guys won't see us. Yeah, I know, you're right. I said, okay. So I said, I'm going to have to reschedule. And please, come on. So it stopped me for a minute out the blue. So back to the story. I said, I'm going to have to reschedule. So I rescheduled. She's trying to talk me out of it, but like I told her, I said, you know, here's the deal. I got here early. I didn't expect to be seen on time. But at the same time, there's like 7 patients ahead of me, 2 in the room, and he's already seeing 1. So that means that I'm not going to get out of here till at least about 2 to 4 o'clock, right? So I said, just schedule me for the latest appointment, the next one we have. Wasn't until March. I said, on top of scheduling me on that, have him call me for my results. Or you can give them to my doctor and I can just come in and be seen for that. So I did all that. The doctor did not call me until about 3:30. So from 11:40 something to 3:30, that's when he called me back. So that means that he was still seeing patients up until that point, and then he said, okay, this is my 11:30, let me call her and verify with her. So he got me, could you please be quiet? Good God Almighty. So he got me these appointments. He called me up, and I go figure, if he called me at this time, this is the time that he probably got done with everybody, and then this was it, this was a wrap. One moment, please. I have to open up the door for the little one. I'm back. I know that's such a ghetto way to do a video, but who cares? You know, I'm not really recording this for the world or for everybody to see. I'm just recording this for people who really care and is going through the same stuff that I'm going through. Anyway, so I got the results back from my echocardiogram, and he said that everything was okay, besides the little heart murmur that I have, and he starts to explain what it was, and a little hole in your bowel or whatever I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Because for the simple fact, I'm in the grocery store and I'm trying to get some things. Mind you, today is my daughter's birthday, and I was going to get a cake, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. And so I'm trying to hear everything and focus on the store and so on, and try to get out of there because I'm already pissed from my day, period. So I said I'll deal with him when I go see him in March. End of March, remind you. So or better yet, I'll go and I'll wait till I go see my doctor in 3 weeks, and they'll explain it to me, whatever the case might be. So so I got off the phone with him, and that was that. Now, rewinding, I went in for a cake for my daughter. I ordered a Dora, the Explorer cake. Mind you, the lady that took my order yesterday acted as if she didn't know anything. She was clueless, and she just didn't know what she was doing. I gave her the benefit of the doubt, placed the order anyway. Got there today to get the cake, and it was a regular store-bought cake. When I say regular store-bought cake, I mean a cake with white icing, yellow borders, and sprinkles over it. I could have did that, or I could have just picked it up from the refrigerator and had them just put my daughter's name on it. I was so pissed. You know, it's like when you go and you order a cake and you say you want it a certain way, and you get there and then all of a sudden it's a different way, it really pisses you off. And like I told the store clerk lady, you sitting here and you're telling me that you're sorry and that you can't do nothing about it, but come on outside with me to the car and tell the 6-year-old that she doesn't have a Dora Explorer cake. And so she gives it to me for free. Cutting to the chase. Prior to this, I posted my opinion about the Christopher Dorner case. And I won't go into detail about it, but I do know that whatever I put, someone was upset. However, I cut to the chase of that. I just basically told the individual after a couple of messages was exchanged that this individual is going to have their opinion and I'm going to have mine. And that's that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to get on there and offend anybody. And maybe I did offend people. And we all are going to get offended by this particular case because we're going to agree to disagree. And a lot of us are not going to agree with what he did. And a lot of us will agree with what he did. And I say a lot of us because there's people out there that will agree to him acting out the way he did. And then there's people out there that won't agree to it and will disagree. That's just the way of the world, and that's how we as humans are. You know, we have opinions, and some of us stand stern to them and stick to them. And a lot of people won't agree to it, but you know, what gives you the right to just call a person out their name? You know what I'm saying? Not call them out their name, but just to just say that there's something when you know that they're not. You know, that's like me calling you something when I know you're not, and you just have your opinion. But that set my morning off too, as well as agreeing to disagree with my significant other about stuff around the house and just things, you know. So to make a long story short, I'm just here to do my video, and that after I ranted and raved about that, see, she quit bitching and just get to the point. There's not a point. I'm just talking. Nothing has been really going on with me. I think I came here a couple of days ago and told you about my doctor's appointment. But today was just basically about those particular issues and the things that I had been going through for the day, and to talk about what I had been experiencing throughout this day. I just was ready to get out of public. But you know what was the most funniest thing that I seen when I was in the grocery store? There was this elderly couple, and they had this big old jug of Carlos Rossi, the burgundy kind, and they were shopping, but one of the items that they bought was ham hocks. The old lady, she paid for them and everything. She came back to the line and she was like, you know what? I bought these ham hocks just now, and I thought it was 3 in this damn thing, but it's only 2. She was like, what am I gonna do with these 2? And this big old thing. So the lady was trying to give her like a little attitude, because she was trying to give me one too, but I had thrown it back at her and tried to be nice, and just, that's when I put on my Facebook that I need to get out of public. And so the lady's like, I can't help you, and you have to wait, and blah, blah, this, and, you know, just being really nasty with her. So as I'm walking out, I hear her say, yeah, these ham hocks, these big old ham hocks, I want these damn things. And she was an old lady too, but you could tell that they had spunk. You know, they weren't the old type that just, you know, go home and this is what we gonna do, and we gonna go get back in the bed. No, honey. But it cracked me up because she was just really upset, and that's how I be feeling. You know, if I see that I picked up an item and it's not what I've seen, I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with these things? And it's too big. And if anybody ever cooked ham hocks, they'll know that unless you're cooking a big army pot of something that requires these things, you're not going to need the big old ham hocks. Sometimes people just cook them alone. Sometimes people just need them for a small pot of greens, you know. But a real big one, about like that big, I'm going to take my hands away. Probably about that big in a container. You'll think that it's 3 instead of just 2, and that's what she thought. Anyway, you guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. It's President's Day weekend for some of us. Maybe last week you guys celebrated it, but the kids got a 3-day weekend. They're going to drive me nuts. My daughter's visiting, and she's coming from San Francisco, so she's going to be visiting until Sunday, and we're going to have just a house full of people. We have a house full of people every weekend, but we're going to have a house full of people, period. Anyway, I'm going to go before it cuts me off. You guys have a great weekend. Sub to me. Follow me on Twitter at Battle with Satan. I love you all. Whoever follows me and whoever don't follow me, I support everyone. I don't care what you talk about. If it interests me, I'm going to sub to you, and I'm going to keep on subbing to you. Whoever's talking about something that I'm interested in, I appreciate it. You guys have a good day, a good night. I thank you, and I'm looking down because I'm trying to find that button. Have a good one. Thank you.